This trip brings me value because it broadened my perspective on the world.
This trip gave me a vision for the future.
I value this trip because it broadened my perspective on the world's problems and how I can solve them.
The purpose of this trip was to go to Bali and learn about food security, public health, and environmental sustainability, and how we can bring it home to make it a better Hawaii.
I personally love learning about different cultures, and today was especially focused on the Balinese culture. And my favorite part was basically just having a conversation with our tour guide and also the founder of the 5 Pillars Foundation.
Our special offering. So we also have 2 offerings.
My favorite thing that I learned about 5 Pillars today was that they use all 5 of their pillars to try and improve the life of community members and also to increase awareness about what's happening in the community and to help tourists learn more about the culture.
Before this, and before coming to Bali, I didn't realize how big the effects of plastic pollution or global warming were. And coming and seeing the garbage dump at Suwon, or seeing how these kids are living, it really opened my eyes to how people in Hawaii might be living. And I guess I just don't see that every day, and it was really touching to me to be able to see different things and explore things outside of my comfort zone.
Probably my most favorite thing that I learned here in Bali was how to plant rice, because it's a tool that we don't really use in our day-to-day life, and it's really unique to the people here and how they plant rice. And I think that we got a special insight into that part of their culture that we wouldn't have gotten anywhere else.
Right now, I'm just so incredibly moved by the dexterity and the lengths that just local Balinese villagers are willing to go to show foreigners and outsiders their own culture and their own village.
You break it now, so like, oh my god! You know?
This trip gave me a new insight into my own culture because I learned that there are so many different cultures that influence each other, and all of our cultures are unique, but also very similar in their own ways.
I feel like it's important for people to get out of their own state of being comfortable and exploring the world, and I feel like that's what PAAC gave me.
I definitely encourage more people to come on these PAAC trips because it's such a unique experience, and when you think of coming to Bali, you think of coming to surf or to go to the beach, but PAAC trips are so much more than that. You come and you learn about the people and the culture, and you participate in meaningful discussions that can help you open your mind to the world.
I would definitely encourage that. It's a packed week and a half of everything that you could possibly do. You go home tired every night, but you learn so much and you experience so much more than you could ever do sitting at home. And it's one of the best experiences that I hope to keep on and continue to look back on throughout my life.
I would absolutely encourage more people to come on these PAAC trips because it's like a structured way of learning, but also it opens your eyes to a bunch of new things that you would have never gotten if you stay in Hawaii, and it allows you to explore your interests.
My advice to someone coming on a PAAC trip would be to be ready for anything, because your mind will be totally overwhelmed every day, but it'll totally be worth it.
Ask a lot of questions. You may be kind of nervous at first, but it's going to be worth it in the end, because you're going to go back to where you're staying and you're going to be like, wow, I should have asked that. And just ask as much as you can, because that's probably the only time you're going to get to see them.
I value this trip because I got to make 10 new friends and I got to experience a different part of the world with them, and I feel like that created a bond between us that nothing could ever break. And Bali taught me that there are so many different kinds of people in the world, and with anything that you have or with anything that you can do, you can make magic.